I know you were scared, probably super scared, huh? It's okay.
Alright, Ryan, so
Yeah.
let's just start off and just tell me who you are, man.
Well,
What do you do?
I'm gonna clear my throat so I can tell you, I guess. Yeah, I'm Ryan Hughes. Born in Escondido, California in 1973 on April 5th. My father's name was George. My mother's name is Kathy. And yeah, the rest of it has been just an absolute journey, you know. I mean, from childhood to teenage to, you know, family to being a professional racer, to tragedy, to loss, to change, to growth, to new destinations, leaving behind old, you know, pastures, I guess. And so yeah, it's been a journey, and you know, it's been an amazing one. I've been blessed to have such a passion for something that most can't even talk about, most can't even identify, most can't even recognize. A passion that I've had for, you know, racing motorcycles and that discipline of trying to be the best at it, what it's done for me as a person, the escape that it gives me, the feeling that you get from it, the thrill that I've experienced from it, the challenge that motivated me, and, you know, being able to fly around the world, see so many different countries, meet so many different people, race in so many different areas, experience so many different cultures and foods and experiences, and accomplish things that you only could dream of, but come so short to things that you dreamt of for your whole life. You know, that's been a little bit of, you know, the nutshell, the constant chipping away at myself, trying to find out what I'm all about, really, because I can't just be a motocrosser, I can't just be a coach, I can't just be a dad, I can't just be a father, I can't just be this. So, you know, that journey has been deep, that journey has been long, and it's non-ending. Yeah, sometimes in the morning I just go through some of my direct messages and try to get back to many people. But the funny thing is that there's so many different sides of me, that there's so many different types of questions. One's about the mind, one's about outlook of life, one's about, you know, coming out of the dark hole of life, nutrition, training, detox, technique out the yin-yang, you know, asking me stuff about my past of racing and things that way. So there's a lot of questions that come to me, and especially it depends on what video I put up. If I put up a video that has some controversy to it, then yeah, I get a lot more. And I try to get back to as many people I can, but nowadays it's just impossible. I'd have to have a full-time person. But you know, I try to get back to the people and try to keep everybody engaged. You know, this is you know, the Ryno tribe. How was practice?
Practice was good.
Yeah.
But 300 riders out on the track, so
Yeah.
sometimes you can't hit the jumps. And,
Yeah, but that's just practice. You know, that's this place here. It's going to be that way. It's going to have, you know, they're just throwing all these people in there, so, you know, you don't need to have lap times. You don't need anything. You just need to get the feel of the motorcycle, make sure everything has that flow, make sure you get a little bit of flow on the track, know where it's at. But other than that, it's just practice day, right?
Yep.
So the biggest thing is how's the bike feel?
The bike felt good. We changed the gearing, so it'll just be better coming up the turns and stuff.
Cool. Good. Yeah, well, about ready to go out there. It's kind of cool that we've been in racing a little bit at the same time, so he can tell me lines out there, I can tell him lines out there, so when we go out there and ride, we can hit lines that maybe other people don't know, because we both just got off the track, and so we can kind of, you know, play that way, so it's pretty fun. So I'm going to go out there here shortly for practice, and then do a little dance around. And that's about it. Today's just hanging out, you know, just riding, having fun.
Super cool to see Ryan Hughes out here racing. Fox Raceway for the Loretta Lynn's Regional. And since he started racing, again, I think it's been almost 9 or 10 years since he's came to the races. And then since he started, I think he's whole shot at every single race and handled business, except maybe one. I know he has a large following on social media, so to have him out here racing for the kids and the parents to see, and he's just smashing right now. So great for the fans, great for the kids, and yeah, the guy's a fucking animal.
And there's the win for the Ryan Hughes Ryno.
This is all fun for us, you know. Jeff Immig out there, national champion. Kurt Nicole out there, ex-world champion. You know, myself, the nation champion. So we're doing it for fun, you know. We're doing it for fun. We're showing people that, look, you still can have passion for the sport, even if you're not trying to be the fastest or trying to race a pro class. You still can have passion for it. None of us really care to be super fast, really care to beating each other. Just I might be just a little bit faster right now just because of I think my lifestyle. It's my lifestyle that keeps me young, my lifestyle that keeps me sharp, and just always coaching, always teaching, you know, these things on the motorcycle. And riders, you stay sharp yourself with all, you know, the new technique and stuff. So these are the 7 things that we want to really be focused on, and where we control the motorcycle at our feet, where we're one with the motorcycle at our hips, where we balance the motorcycle through a straight spine, where we stabilize the motorcycle through an engaged core, where we flow with the motorcycle with loose arms. We're always ahead of the motorcycle with our vision, and we're not thinking motocross, we're feeling motocross. All right. Yeah, so this is the biggest thing with people, with humanity, is to have a rhythm, to have a routine. You know, it doesn't have to be a routine that causes you stress, causes you anxiety if you don't do it, but it's a routine that makes you feel good. So if you have the same routine every morning, well, then you're going to start every day with the same energy. And if something's going off in the day, well, then you can kind of pinpoint what it is. But if you're always inconsistent with your times you wake up, times you go to bed, your morning routines and things like that, you know, just throwing some coffee and a donut in you and then taking off, well, of course you're just going to be, you know, a walking time bomb, so to speak, mentally, emotionally, physically. So my biggest thing, and what my you know, what my medicine is being able to have the gift of being able to have a routine every morning and stick with it and be consistent with it. You know, so, you know, I wake up, watch the sun come up, I walk around my laid berth here, sometimes I light a fire, you know, make a nice latte, things that make me feel good. I jump in the ice bath, jump in the sauna, I do my run on my trails, things that are very primal in nature. Everything that I'm doing is in nature. My feet are on the ground in nature, so you're grounding all the time. You know, I have an outdoor shower. So yes, I'm blessed to have some things, but you know, some people couldn't live the way I live, but the routine I have keeps me so sharp, so clear, so focused, so energized, and you know, very, very, I guess, at one with myself. And so that allows you to be more open to what's coming to you. You be open with more people, be open with your mind, because you're not being dragged down carrying 5 suitcases of bullshit that you're carrying through life. You know, you need to be simple, you need to be light, you need to be precise, and that's how you get through life, you know, very, very delicately and like a surgeon, because you're not banging into things or not being able to get places because you have so much stuff you're carrying, you know. And so that's kind of the way I look at life, and a morning routine strips a lot of the mental, emotional baggage, because you're detoxing yourself from these natural elements, and again, being consistent with your discipline, because with discipline comes consistency comes results, and the results brings happiness, because you are becoming who you want to be.
Listen to the fans. The Honda mechanics are out trying to encourage Steve Lamson. There's only yards to go. There it is, the checkered flag. Our champion for 1995, Steve Lamson, has done it. And Ryan Hughes makes his way. He's got a problem. Ryan Hughes has got a problem with the bike. He's trying to push it to the line. We're looking back to see. That's a lapper. So is that. He's going to try and get it to the line to try and save his second place. Oh, crushing for Ryan Hughes. It's uphill to the finish line. We're looking to see.
There's no chain on that motorcycle. He has broken a chain. Look at how steep that uphill is. I don't think this is going to matter for the overall title. He might lose some spots in this moto. He's got to push this motorcycle all the way up this hill, and if there's one guy out there that can do it, it's Ryan Hughes. He's tough.
We're looking to see if anyone, I believe Mike Brown has not crossed the finish line yet. We're watching them go by. So far, no one for position. They can't help him. His mechanics are there. Oh, there goes Mike Brown. Oh, he's lost one spot.
I've never seen anything like this, especially on the final lap of a moto. He's got to push this bike. He must be completely exhausted. The emotions of having just lost the title, and then for his chain to come off just to make things even tougher. What a disappointing day for Ryan Hughes.
All right, headed to the line for Moto 1. Do a little gate packing. So we can get the whole shot.
We'll bring it across and
First moto, first qualifier is 40 plus. So he's riding
followed by the
2004 CR125.
All
right, here we go. Moto 1. Still pushing.
Broke his back once. I know that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he's broken a lot of things.
Yeah, I know that. So have I.
Yeah, me too. Last year even.
That's the luckiest two times.
Yeah.
Ask him to see if he can feel his toes. Just yell at him.
Yeah. Hey Ryan, you wiggle your toes? Yeah.
On my right side, not my left. My left side's paralyzed.
Yeah,
Okay.
Up here.
Yeah.
You feel all of it?
Yeah.
Down here?
Just taking you down here.
So one disc below is just worn out from years and years and years, so they're gonna go in there, put a little bone in there, boom, boom, and then the one above it, they're gonna do the same thing because that one got a little bit smashed, so they're gonna do that, and then they're gonna fuse me from C5 to 7, and then I should be on the airplane tomorrow going home. So that's the case. Yeah, this is what we do. We pick a sport that's dangerous. We pick a sport that can take you down, but unfortunately, I guess we're all blessed with stupidity or such a deep passion that we don't stop. But yeah, another lesson learned, my friends. But anyways, thank you all for all the concern, for all the love, for that. But Ryno ain't stopping. You won't see him race anymore, but he's still going to be preaching, teaching, and helping everybody out in this world in motocross. So again, everybody, I'm good, and I'll be back at it. Peace, my friends.
You know, things have gone away from my life, from marriage to money to possessions to careers to, you know, goals, whatever. But there's always been something inside me that just keeps on keeping on with that cliche, so to speak, that, you know, you just keep chipping away, you never stop. And you know, I've been born with the ability, been blessed with the ability to kind of have the mindset of I'm tougher than life, meaning the only way that life is going to bring me down is by killing me, right? Because situations that are put in front of me, you know, I've dealt with quite well, and each situation I've always progressed from, and that's kind of my teaching, my, you know, forte is that, you know, we have every decision's a fork in the road. And that fork in the road is up to you, because we're the only creatures on earth that have free will, meaning we can decide, we can choose. And so when that decision comes up, you can choose to go left or you can choose to go right. And it's your intuition that you need to listen to that's telling you to leave that old road behind or go down this new road that nobody's ever adventured down. And you know, my life lately has been about that. And you know, it's done a lot of full circles, but it's brought me down to a point of being, you know, very simplistic, understanding that all these dreams and all these things and all these wants don't really fulfill, the true meaning of it, I guess. Yeah, they're nice. We still want them. Excuse me. They help life, but they're fictitious. Like they go away. So, I guess I just learning to understand how life works. How the game of life is working, and not try to play my own game in it. You got to play with the game, and you got to play with the flow, and you got to kind of let take the hands off the wheel, so to speak.
Good day, everybody. This is week number 3 on my recovery, and going to show you a few little things of how I feel like I recover so fast, right? Week 3, I don't even feel like I have a broken neck. 100% now. So, I built this cottage right here, and this little cottage here, I turned into a little hospital room. Got my bed, little stove, refrigerator, big old TV, air conditioner right there. All right. So one way how we heal that way is making sure that we're comfortable, making sure that you have your own little space. You're not feeling like you're bothering anybody, because when I'm hurt, I have to move around a lot. I'm uncomfortable, and when people are around me, I feel like I'm bothering them. So I like to be on my own, so I can just do my own thing. Sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night hurting, so I got to stretch, do a little yoga, do whatever it is to get back in the groove. Then again, we got our saunas here. Of course, I covered up. Got our sauna right there. We have our ice bath right here, so I go back and forth. And then again, as I see these funky feet shoes, and we go hiking in the mountains there in the trails. So the biggest thing is learning, one is to make sure that you're drinking good, clean spring water, right? 2, you're eating organic foods, taking the right supplements, making sure that the fuel of the body, which heals the body, is at its best. It doesn't matter if you have a factory bike if you don't have any gas, right? Second thing is sauna, detoxing yourself, taking all those heavy metals out of you from the medicines and the surgeries and all that stuff out of you. Ice bath, from taking inflammation out of you, shocking the system, getting kind of that pain to go away. And then again, hiking on unbalanced surfaces, walking on unbalanced surfaces, that is going to help kind of reprogram the body, because you cut it somewhere. You cut muscles, ligaments, tendons, you broke joints, you broke spines, you had a concussion, whatever it is. So you need to make sure that you're walking on the earth with no shoes on, or with 5-finger shoes on, so then that your feet can start to move and groove, get strong, more stable, and then the body goes from that. Because again, you're only as strong as your foundation is, right? So those few things are what's important. And I think what makes me heal so quick is I'm constantly moving, constantly detoxing myself, shocking the system, making sure I'm eating the cleanest, foods and stuff like that. And I only go off what my body tells me, Yeah, I move a lot, I do a lot, but I only go off what it allows. When it starts getting tired, then I stop. If it's starting getting sore, then I don't do it. If it hurts, then I don't do it. But if there's no pain, then I continue with what I'm doing. So again, just a little catch up with week 3, what I do to heal. And again, hopefully everybody's feeling good. I'm feeling fantastic. Peace.
Really, that's what nature is medicine. You just gotta stick around to find out. You can't just stick your toe in it and dip out. You gotta immerse your whole body into. You gotta immerse your whole spirit into nature. And you can't do any more than living on it and living from it. Yeah, maybe the biggest lesson I've learned is try not to want anything to become anything else, and that's where I feel we can get lost in life, is wanting everything to become something else, even somebody else to become something else, even another race to become something else, and even another religion to become something else. Everybody wanting everything to become what they want it to be, but it's something else than it is. Or even if it's too hot, I want it to become more cold. If you're unhappy, I want to become happy. If I am happy, I hope I don't become unhappy. So this becoming thing is whenever you want anything to become something, or you want to become something new, there's always a gap in between that of what is reality, what is right now, what you are, and what you want the situation, yourself, or another to become. And there's a gap between that. And if you're in that gap, there's always going to be tension, there's always going to be anxiety, there's always going to be fear, there's always going to be anger, because what you want it to become isn't there yet. So again, you're fearful that you're not going to get there. You're angry that that person or whatever isn't becoming that. You're irritated because what your life isn't becoming what it should be. So nothing in life is ever going to become everything you want it to be. So that's where people have to get off their fairy tales and thinking that there's some fairyland out there, that some better time, better place, better reality is going to exist, because this is reality and this is what it is. And life is a challenge at all times. And when you can answer that challenge with an open mind and an open spirit, by not wanting that challenge to become anything, just accepting the challenge and working through it, I don't know. It's hard for me to explain a little bit of what's becoming of myself, because this is all new to me also. And what I feel is happening to me is something I can't explain at the moment, because it's still kind of new to me, that I have a lot of these different feelings and a lot of these different kind of understandings. And I don't know where the hell it comes from, but just it's in there. And I think life is speaking to me through what life is giving me. Life is speaking to me through what life is taking away from me. Life is speaking to me by what life challenges me with. Life is speaking to me by what life rewards me with. But I have to see that with the right view, because if I look at it with a view of what I think any type of happiness or success or well-being is, then it's not going to be so magical to me. But when I take off the limits, or I take off the labels, or I take off the what I think it should become, then you see the magic in it. Then you see, the reward. You see the success. You see the, you see the weight in gold in it, I guess. So, yeah, it's a cool adventure, man. It's a cool adventure. I wouldn't trade it. Wouldn't trade it for the world. It's definitely a challenge a lot of times, but that challenge has taught me a lot too. And it's just, you can't be attached to things. You can't be attached to what you want things to become. Everything takes time. Everything has its timing. Everything has its flow. And when you can allow yourself to just chip away at things, that timing will tell you when it's time. And then that flow will happen, because now you're working with your way and with timing, if that makes sense. You can't go farther than what's meant to happen. And when you do, you usually go backwards. And I've done that a lot in my life, because I've wanted things so bad and overdid it, because more is just more. And so that's why I just kind of chip away at this. And why I chip away at this, it chips away at me. And as it chips away at me, I chip away at understanding a little bit more about myself. Perfecto?
Perfecto.
Perfect.